So the Mumbai Police has gone ahead and written to the Reserve Bank of India, allowing or more or less directing the banks, e-commerce companies and e-wallets to have a 24/7 nodal officer who will be working over the weekends as well, who has the power to go ahead and stop transactions and stop withdrawals. Now, the idea behind this is basically to stop cyber fraud. Now, this is a letter which is written by the cyber crime wing, the cyber cell of the Mumbai Police. The idea is to stop money really going out of the system, out of the banking system once a fraud is done. When we spoke to our sources in the Mumbai Police, and we have had the access to the letter as well, what they tell us is that many big fraudsters now know that the nodal officers of banks do not work on holidays, do not work on bank holidays, do not work on weekends, and they have a fixed timing, and that is the only time where they really hit. The possibility of stopping the money getting out of the system, stopping the money from the withdrawal becomes very difficult for the Mumbai Police, and that is why they want a 24/7 nodal officer through which they can act quickly and the money can be saved. That's the biggest criteria. What we have been told is that even if the nodal officer changes, it should be informed to the cyber cell. More importantly, what they're saying is that the response time of a nodal officer of the bank once the cyber cell receives any complaint about a cyber fraud should be acting very quickly. Otherwise, the person who has done the fraud ends up withdrawing the money and then getting that back for the police becomes very difficult. Now, what we have been told is there has been one round of meetings that has already happened between the Reserve Bank of India and the cyber cell team, but there hasn't been yet any communication from RBI. They've given assurances that they will go ahead and direct the banks, but the cyber cell wants a directive to be passed by the RBI to not only the banks but e-commerce companies, e-wallets, as well as the banking institutions to have a 24/7 person, and more importantly, the person should be working not only one shift but two shifts, so that they end up working 24 hours and they're available 24 hours. What they're saying apparently is, in the initial days, because of the fact that the banks were only working for a time, the nodal officer working in the banking time was okay, but now given the fact that transactions take place 24/7, it is difficult for them to not have a nodal officer and then really save that money. That's the precise area where cyber cell has gone ahead and written to the RBI. That's what they are awaiting a response from. But if that happens, cyber cell believes that they'll be able to save much more money, be flushed out from the system and unable to recover that from the fraudsters if there is a proper nodal officer available at all banks.